Hi, Dad. How have you been? I have some amazing news to share with you. I'm getting married!
Oh, wow! That's great! Your mother never mentioned that things were so serious between you and your boyfriend.
Actually, Mom didn't know that I was in a serious relationship either. I only told her yesterday, so she was pretty surprised. I wanted to tell the both of you in person, but it seems that you're really busy, so I texted you guys instead.
You're right. I've been pretty busy lately. But this is important. I can make time for you. When do you want to come over?
That sounds great. Let me check my schedule and get back to you. You'd be surprised to know that you've already met my fiancé.
What do you mean by that?
You'll see when you meet him. I'm so excited.
Okay. What's your fiancé like?
He works at a company that happens to be one of your clients. His name is Nate. Does that ring a bell?
Oh yes, it does. I know Nate. He works in sales, doesn't he? He's really good at his job, too. Well done. You picked a good guy to marry.
Well, it's not like I selected him from a group of men or anything. We just found that we have a lot in common. Anyway, I look forward to introducing you and Mom to Nate.
How about next weekend? Does that work for the two of you?
I think so. I'll write it down on my calendar. See you next week then. I'll make sure that Nate is available too. I'll get back to you when I know for sure, okay? Oh, I heard from Mom that you've been working on the weekends as well. Don't work too hard though. You need to rest too. What are you working on that is keeping you so busy?
I suppose it just means that my position in the company is becoming more senior. Being promoted isn't all fun. It means more responsibility too.
Oh, so that means you got a promotion then? But why did the company lower your salary? It doesn't seem fair.
What are you talking about?
Mom told me that they lowered your salary, but you've been working longer hours with no overtime. I don't think that you should let the company abuse you like this.
They're not abusing me. You don't need to worry about that. I've been assigned some new tasks, and it's taking me some time to get used to them. Your mother shouldn't have said anything to you.
Oh. Alright then. I guess that makes sense because Nate tells me that your company takes great care of its employees. He told me that it didn't make sense that they were making you do more work for less money.
You don't need to be concerned. I can take care of myself. Nate doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even work for the same company that I do. He'll understand when he's older and more mature. Besides, I'm getting benefits that are only available to people in my position. But because we get these benefits, we're not allowed to charge for overtime. So basically, I get paid an annual salary and no overtime. Do you get how it works now?
Of course I knew that. What I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't make sense that they lowered your annual salary. If you got a promotion, your salary would stay the same or be raised.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore with you. I need to get back to work now. See you next week.
You're still working?
I am. So I really don't have time to be talking to you over chat. I look forward to sitting down with Nate and getting to know him better.
Okay. See you next week then. Good luck with work. A few days later. Mom, don't you think that Dad's been acting strange lately? I feel like he's hiding something from us. I agree. He's not quite himself these days. But hey, you don't need to worry about it. I can handle your father on my own. I told him my wedding date, but Dad didn't seem too interested. It kind of felt like he already had plans on that day. It feels like he's not even excited that I'm getting married. Me getting married is kind of a big deal. I expected him to be more enthusiastic than this. I'm sure that he's thrilled that you're getting married to Nate. He just has a weird way of showing it. Work is keeping him really busy and he hasn't gotten the chance to be happy about your engagement yet. He won't miss your wedding, though. He loves you too much. Perhaps we can all sit down and talk about things when the time is right. What do you mean by that? You're making me think that something bad is going to happen to our family. I'm an adult, Mom. You don't need to hide anything from me. I can handle it. I don't want Nate to pick up on the fact that things are awkward in our family right now. You have a point. I was planning on telling you, but I didn't want to ruin your engagement or your wedding. I haven't said anything to your father about this, so will you keep it between us for now? I want to process things before I go and have a talk with your father. What do you need to process? I won't tell Dad, so please, tell me what's going on. It seems that your father is in love with someone else. What? So he's cheating on you then? Yes, but I didn't want to say anything until your wedding was over. I can't believe that Dad would do this to you. It's unforgivable. I'd like to have a word with him about this. And that's exactly what I don't want you to do. Let me talk to him when I'm ready. I'm still sorting things out. I'm also gathering all the evidence that I need. Wow. You're really handling this on your own? I'm proud of you, Mom. If Nate ever cheated on me like this, I'd go crazy. Yeah, it's best not to be cheated on. But if you have been, then the best way to deal with it is through revenge. I'm going to make sure that my plans don't interfere with your wedding, though. If it were just an affair, I might have been able to get past it, but the person he's cheating with is the other problem. What do you mean? The day of the wedding.
I'm in the middle of work right now. I can't pick up the phone right now.
How could you be at work right now? Call me back now! 3 hours later.
I'm still working. I'll get back to you later.
It's Saturday! And do you know what day it is today?
I'm on a business trip. I'm busy. What do you want?
Do you really have to ask? You're unbelievable!
What do you mean by that? I'm working. Show a little respect. Now stop texting me. I've got to go now.
I can't believe that you're the one getting mad about this. Do you understand what you're doing to our family?
What do you mean? I'm working for my family. I really have to go. Stop bothering me.
You're so clueless, it makes me sick. I'm ashamed to have you as my father. I really hate you right now, and you're not the person that I thought you were.
What's with all the name calling? You're the one that's bothering me. Why are you so pissed? Now can you please let me get back to work?
Well, what kind of father forgets about his own daughter's wedding?
What?
I can't believe that you didn't come to my wedding. And I won't ever forgive you for it. So you forgot about my wedding because you were so preoccupied about going on your stupid trip with your young lover? Did I get that right?
Wait, how do you know about the trip?
Can you really call yourself a good father and husband after what you've done? You're dating someone that is close to my age. And you're so obsessed with her that you forgot to come to my wedding. How could you?
Wait, today's your wedding?
Yes, it is! Well, it's too late because you've already ruined everything. The wedding is over. And you didn't walk me down the aisle like you promised you would. I despise you.
It was an honest mistake. I didn't forget out of spite. Miranda, I'm so sorry about this. I'll find a way to make it up to you.
It's too late for your apologies. The damage has already been done.
But
You hurt me and Mom enough by having an affair, but on top of that, you forgot to come to my wedding? How could you?
I'm on a business trip, not a holiday. It's not my fault. And I'm not having an affair. This is all a big misunderstanding.
I see. So you're just going to continue lying to my face then? I spoke with the CEO of your company. He told me that you aren't on a business trip. Does that mean that he's the one that's lying?
You spoke to the CEO?
Well, he was at my wedding, so I thought I'd ask. I thought that it was strange that my father missed my wedding. When do you plan on telling us the truth? You can't run from this.
Why was the CEO at your wedding in the first place? Your wedding's not that important.
I see. So that's how you feel about my wedding, then?
That's not what I meant. Your wedding is important to me, but why to our CEO? He doesn't know you personally.
You haven't been listening to anything I told you, huh? My fiancé, Nate, is the son of the CEO of your client's company.
What? So you're marrying the son of a CEO?
Yes. So the CEO of your company attended as a guest of Nate's family. You should have known all this. Most of senior management was at our wedding.
Oh my. This can't be good for me.
No, it's not. And you're the one that caused this to happen. Are you starting to realize the gravity of your actions? Mom and I are in a really awkward position because of you. Well, your punishment is coming your way, so be prepared.
I'm on my way to the wedding venue right now. I'm sure that it's not too late.
I already told you that it's too late. The wedding is finished. So there's no point in you coming here. I'm cutting all ties with you.
Isn't that a little extreme? Give me a chance to make amends. I'm your father. You can't cut me out of your life.
Well, what kind of father forgets about his daughter's wedding to go on a trip with his lover? You're not my father anymore. And Mom feels the same way. She wants nothing to do with you. She's going to divorce you.
Divorce? She hasn't said anything to me about that. How many times do I have to tell you that I'm not having an affair? What can I do to have you believe me?
You're a disgrace. Why don't you stop lying? No one believes anything that you say. And you can't deny it because I already know the truth. Do you know why?
Aren't you just making this all up?
Then how come I know how old your lover is then? Mom hired a private investigator, and she has all the information about your affair. Your lover happens to work at the same company as Nate.
I can't believe that your mother hired a private investigator!
Well, she was smart to do so. I don't consider you to be my father anymore. I don't want you to get in touch with me ever again. Nate already told his parents about your affair.
So Nate's father knows?
Yes, he does. And Mom told the CEO of your company. Practically everyone knows about your affair now.
How can she do this to me?
To you! You did this to us! Why don't you have a talk with your CEO and see what he thinks about your affair? That is, if you even have the courage to ask for a one-on-one meeting with your CEO.
Miranda, I apologize about missing your wedding. That was not my intention. You have to believe me.
It's too late to regret anything. It's already done. Your life as you know it ended the minute you decided to have an affair. You chose a really bad person to have an affair with as well. And it was stupid of you to plan a trip with her on the same day as my wedding.
How many times do I have to apologize about missing your wedding? I'm really sorry and I mean it. I'm going to make it up to you.
And how are you going to do that? Well, you just pay the alimony that you owe Mom and leave us alone. Mom and I are no longer on your side. You're on your own.
Do you have to be so hard on me? People make mistakes. We all do. Let me explain, and I'm sure that you and your mother will find it in your hearts to forgive me.
Well, I don't have the time to listen to your lame excuses. There's never a good reason for cheating on your spouse. I got married today, and I'm happy. I don't need my former father trying to ruin it for me. Please stop texting me.
I've been a good father to you. You can't cut me out because of one mistake.
You may have been a good father to me in the past, but that's in the past now.
What else do you want me to say?
Good luck with your life. It was nice knowing you. Have a happy life with your lover. Afterward, Miranda's father, Shawn, showed up at the wedding venue, but it was too late. All the guests had already left. Miranda blocked his number, so he was no longer able to get in touch with her. Shawn's wife, Melanie, filed for a divorce and requested that he pay her alimony. Shawn ended up borrowing money to pay the alimony to his ex-wife, and he was kicked out of the house. Things became uncomfortable for Shawn at the workplace, too, and he ended up leaving. Shawn's lover quit her job, too, but things weren't so bad for her because she got married to her young fiancé. Shawn was all alone and lost everything that was important to him. If only he hadn't been so stupid to start an affair. We can't help but feel a little sorry for what happened to him in the end.
Don't ever come again, you b****!
Wow, what were you thinking hitting me with an ashtray? I could have died.
It's self-defense! If an intruder comes into your house, isn't it common sense to defend yourself?
I rang the doorbell and came in from the front door. You call that an intruder? You're the one that invited me in.
What's with the attitude? Do you think you can talk back to me?
Ugh, damn, you're so grumpy. Are you enjoying your life?
Of course! I've been working hard, unlike you, since I was young, so I'm where I am today.
I just asked you a question. Why are you bringing me up? Ugh, you're so weird. Like, are you okay?
I'm worried about you more because I'm afraid that I hit you too hard, that it made you even more stupid.
You just proved that you're a criminal, you know.
Then why don't you try and sue me? I have money, so there's no meaning though.
Aren't you embarrassed to say things like this?
Shut up! Don't ever contact us again! Just remember that you are rock bottom, okay?
You're a piece of shit. 30 minutes later.
Mary, are you okay? Does it still hurt? Can you drive?
Are you seriously going to ask if I can drive after what happened? What the hell is wrong with your dad?
Sorry, but he was like that since I was a kid. My mom was fed up with him, so they've been separated for a while. He has a lot of money and power, and also, my family are all bankers except for me, so it's hard to talk back.
You knew he was crazy!
I didn't expect him to punch you. I haven't met him for a while, and I thought he would be nicer now, but I guess not.
Okay, and?
And?
I was hit in the face with an ashtray. I could have died. Are you not going to say anything?
Oh, that really sucks.
You're not going to apologize?
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't really expect him to do something like that.
Even if I lived a serious life, I would have still gotten the same treatment.
You can beat up my dad, because I'm tired of him too.
If you hate him, why don't you do something?
I'm not strong like you, Mary.
You want me to protect you or something? Are you serious? Can't believe I got engaged to you. My life sucks.
Everything is my fault, and I truly apologize.
Well, not everything. I was the one that said I wanted to meet your parents. I'm going to your house again to sort out things, so can you please go home by yourself?
What? Are you going to beat up my dad? Nice! Can I watch?
Nope. Go the f*** home.
How am I supposed to go home with no car? Can you at least drive me to the closest bus stop?
Shut the f*** up.
Sorry.
30 minutes later.
Why are you roaming around the house? I told you to leave!
I want to talk, so please open the door.
Of course not! Don't disturb me because I'm busy sanitizing the house!
Why do you hate me so much?
You are from a poor family, didn't graduate from college, and aren't working a decent job. And you look cheap in general. Joe is a failure to our family, but I didn't expect him to get engaged to someone like you.
I think we could get to know more about each other if we talk.
Are you kidding me? I know that you will choose violence.
Violence, huh? I don't think someone who hit a person with an ashtray should say that.
Are you saying that I'm rock bottom?
I didn't say a word about that. How can you act like you're smart when you're actually stupid?
You're the one that's stupid. You just want our money, right? If you don't decline marrying Joe, I will hit you with the ashtray again, okay?
Are you for real? I'm never gonna forgive you.
What are you going to do?
I already hired a lawyer and I'm going to sue you about this, so you should be ready. Oh, and I'm also going to file a police report.
You shouldn't do that, because it's going to be a waste of money and time. I'm actually being nice here.
Why would I not do it? My lawyer said that you're going to be charged with assault for causing bodily harm.
What do you mean you're a lawyer?
He's a lawyer hired by the company that I own.
What? Company? You're a CEO?
Yeah. I run an online shopping site. I think you've seen my commercials on TV. I left my business card in your mailbox.
Wait, it's a pretty big company. You're the CEO?
Yep. We do business with your bank as well.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier? Didn't you say you were an office worker?
Well, I'm on the computer all day, so...
What should I do? I didn't know about this. Oh, I'll actually approve the marriage. So can you take down the police report?
Nothing will change even if you try to negotiate something.
What should I do? Seriously?
Nothing. Just accept the fact that you're going to get sued.
Please, I'll give you money. How much do you want?
This is not a problem that can be solved with money. I took screenshots of the conversation, so I'm planning on showing this to the public.
Wait, no!
I don't think that anyone would want to use a bank with a worker like you. I'm going to cease all transactions and move our savings. No matter how hard you try, I will not change my mind.
Don't act all that!
I could say the exact same thing right back at you. Oh, I also need to add defamation. A minute later.
Hey, Joe, can you do something about Mary? She's trying to sue me! I don't think that she's going to change her mind, even if I talk to her. Are you thinking that this is not your problem? Our family is in big trouble! You are involved also because you are part of the family! You said I was a failure to the family this whole time, but then you decide to say I'm part of the family when you're in trouble? To be honest, I was really irritated by you, so I will not help you. Are you serious? Yeah. And also, I'm not a banker, so it doesn't matter if you get sued and get fired from the bank. We are a family! Are you being serious now? Don't talk about being a family when you hit your son's fiancée in the face with an ashtray! This is why Mom was fed up with you! Please, help me! Deal with this by yourself, please. I will not help you, so good luck with everything. Wait!
A few days later. I saw the news, Mr. Archer. I'm so happy that the media made this headline on the news. How was your job? Did everyone give you the cold shoulder?
My life is ruined because of you! Don't even send me a chat, because I need to go to court soon!
I heard that you were charged with other crimes, so your life must really suck right now.
It does. My wife sent me divorce papers. The bank fired me and charged me for damage that I created, so I had to sell the house.
Do you want me to feel bad for you or something? Sorry, but I don't feel sorry for you at all. I will charge you a good amount, so you must have no hope, but all this is your fault.
Stop acting like you won!
Well, I did! And I also have more money than you wish you had.
Someday I'll get my revenge, so I will not give up!
That's up to you. But you can't do anything because I still have all the evidence. So if you find a new place to work, I'll just upload all of it to that website. You will get backlash for the rest of your life, but you deserve this for what you've done to me. Oh, looks like some of your family members got fired too. Oh, that's too bad.
Are you having fun ruining someone and their family's life?
Yeah. Also, what's with the attitude? Do you think you can talk back to me? After the incident, I went to court against Mr. Archer, and of course I won. He was charged with other crimes and went from rich to poor and ended up being in debt. I was not surprised because he's the kind of person to hit someone with an ashtray. He has no money and no house now, and everyone is giving him the cold shoulder. He is now facing backlash and is known as a crackhead old fart. On the other hand, since Joe didn't help me and probably won't from now on, I've decided to keep my distance from him for a while.
I'm so looking forward to our wedding! I can't wait to be married to you, Todd. I love you so much!
Me too, I can't wait either. Really looking forward to it.
Yes, that's right! Ah, isn't it romantic that we're having our wedding as the same day as the registration date of our marriage?
Yes, I agree.
And I want there to be the option of exiting at the last minute.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing! Just ignore what I said. It was a comment about our wedding plan. Totally not your concern. And I can't wait to put on my wedding gown either. I bet I'm going to look gorgeous as always.
I'm sure that you will, babe. You're stunning.
Hold on a second. Are you only marrying me for my looks? That better not be the only reason.
Of course it's not the only reason. I love everything about you. You make me laugh and I'm at ease when I'm with you.
I'm glad to hear that. Your salary isn't the only reason why I'm marrying you, Harold.
Did you just call me Harold? Who the hell is Harold?
Oops! Sorry. Wrong name. I meant to say your name, Todd. I love other things about you, too.
Did you just mistake me for someone else? Isn't Harold your ex-boyfriend's name?
Really? Was it? I don't remember anymore. The guy I was dating before you, his name was Gonzo. Isn't that such a unique name?
I guess so. But I remember very clearly about you telling me that your ex-boyfriend's name was Harold. This is the first time I've ever heard about Gonzo.
Well, it's all in the past, so you have nothing to worry about. It was a billion years ago, and I've completely forgotten about them, so you should too. You're the one that I'm marrying, Todd. Let's not talk about my past boyfriends anymore. Let's talk about our future together.
I'd like to, but it kinda bums me out that you mistook me for one of your ex-boyfriends.
I'm sorry about that, but don't fret about it because it was nothing. Be a man. I fell in love with you because you're strong and manly.
Okay, fine. It's in the past then. I'll stop worrying about your ex-boyfriends. So, about moving into our new house together next week, have you packed up all your things? I feel like we haven't spent any time together at my place in a while.
Yes, I've packed my things. I haven't been able to come over to your place recently because I was getting ready for our big move. Why are you being so paranoid right now?
Well, I received a weird letter the other day.
A letter from who?
And I feel like someone's been following me around and watching my every move. It's really creeping me out. I'm moving out of this place soon, so I'm not worried about that, but I think it's best that you don't come over to my place anymore. I'm only going to be living here for another week, and from next week we'll be living together, so...
Okay, sure. You're right, that is creepy. Make sure you call the police if you think something bad is going on. It's a scary world.
Thanks, Melanie. I'll be careful. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. What the hell are you doing with my girlfriend? Who the hell is this? It doesn't matter. I'm asking you to break up with the girl that you're seeing right now. She belongs with me! Where is this coming from? I don't know who you are and it's creeping me out. Stop messaging me. Melanie belongs with me! Wait, are you the one who's been following me around these days and sending me those letters? Tell me your name. Why should I? I'm asking you to stay away from Melanie! Are you Harold by chance? You used to date Melanie, right? Used to? What do you mean by that? Melanie told me that you're forcing her to marry you. She doesn't want to though because she's in love with me. Are you stalking Melanie? She told me that you guys broke up a long time ago. This has nothing to do with me. You shouldn't be messaging me like this. It's not my fault that Melanie chose to marry me and not you. You need to get over her. That's not true. She's only marrying you for your money. Did Melanie tell you that? You shouldn't be spreading malicious lies just because you're upset about the fact that Melanie dumped you. Please stop harassing me like this. I've never done anything bad to you. Melanie and I are going to get married and that's that. I know that you two are getting married, but that doesn't mean that Melanie and I will stop seeing each other. What? On paper, you'll be Melanie's husband, but I'm still the love of her life. I don't understand what you're saying. It doesn't make any sense. I'm sure that Melanie wants nothing to do with you. You need to leave us alone. I think you're the one that doesn't get it. You're totally clueless. Melanie and I were together last night as well. What the hell?
I'm sorry about my ex-boyfriend. I had no idea that he still had feelings for me. I hope that he didn't hurt you too badly.
What do you want me to say? I can't believe that we're having this conversation on our wedding day. He punched me in the face on the day of my wedding. He's crazy. He's not going to let me forget about this because my swollen face is going to be all over our wedding photos.
I'm sure that Harold got all his anger out of his system now. He won't be bothering us anymore.
How can you be so optimistic? This isn't even close to being over yet. I'm really pissed off about what Harold did to me. I'm not going to forgive him for it.
Just let it go. It's not worth it. Let's enjoy our wedding. Let's not let this ruin the day that we've both been looking forward to. I'm sure that Harold feels bad about punching you.
I highly doubt that. Why are you taking his side anyway?
I'm not. I just don't want to see the two of you fighting on our wedding day. You don't need to fight over me. I'm marrying you, Todd. You have nothing to worry about.
I'm not fighting. Harold's the one that punched me in the face. I'm completely innocent.
I guess he got carried away. He still loves me, it seems. It's not his fault.
How can you say that? You're crazy.
Let's forget this ever happened. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Now let's get ready for our wedding. I want to make this a fun day.
You don't get it. There's no way that we're going ahead with this wedding. I don't want to go out in front of guests looking like this. And it doesn't make sense that Harold still has such strong feelings for you.
What?
I mean, you seem to totally be taking Harold's side here. I'm starting to think that you still have feelings for him, too.
I am not taking his side. How many times do I have to tell you that? But if you look at it from Harold's perspective, you did kind of steal me away from him, right?
I don't think so. You told me that you had already broken up with Harold when we met. I had no idea that Harold was still in the picture. You tricked me into believing that wasn't the case.
Whatever. Who cares about the small details, right? But now Harold is trying to get over me. Isn't that enough?
What do you mean by enough? I can't believe that you're letting your ex-boyfriend ruin our wedding. This is your fault, too. I had the wedding staff tell our guests that our wedding has been called off.
How could you do that without consulting me first? We've been planning for this day for months. You're crazy.
You're the one that's crazy, not me.
What do you mean by that?
Did you think that I wouldn't get mad about this because I'm usually a nice guy? I'm glad that I called off that wedding. I don't want to marry you anymore. I'm not going to put up with your crap any longer. I've had enough.
But you didn't have to cancel the wedding. I was really looking forward to this day.
And I'm going to sue Harold for what he did to me. I had no idea that you were having an affair with him this entire time. And I'm glad I found out what kind of woman you really are before making the mistake of marrying you.
An affair? What are you talking about?
Don't try to play innocent. I know that you were seeing Harold behind my back. That's why he was so mad about us getting married. I was an idiot for trusting you. I'm not going to be making the same mistake of being fooled by you anymore.
You're not making any sense, Todd. Things between Harold and I are over. I'm not seeing him or having an affair with him.
Are you sure about that? Harold sent me a recent photo of the two of you spending time at his place. The photo is real, and I know now that he was telling me the truth.
Why would Harold do such a thing? I thought that he wanted me to be happy.
I didn't want to believe it at first, but you only chose to marry me for my money. What Harold told me was true. You're the one that's been lying to me the entire time. I know the two of you were planning to continue seeing each other even after we got married. I don't want to hear any of your excuses.
Wait, you've got it all wrong. I didn't mean to hurt you like this. You have to believe me. Harold's lying to you.
I know the truth. You can't lie your way out. Besides, I saw you.
What did you see?
I saw you going over to Harold's place. I followed you there a couple of times to make sure that what Harold told me was true.
Why didn't you say something to me when you found out then? It's not what it looks like.
Whatever, I don't care anymore. You know that it's too late to fix our relationship. It's over between us, so why don't you come clean?
Okay, fine. I admit that Harold and I have been seeing each other from time to time, but it's not my fault.
Huh?
I was lonely because you were always so busy with work to come see me. The thing with Harold was temporary. I was planning to break up with him as soon as we got married. It's not as bad as you thought, right?
I'm sorry, but I realized that things were over between us the minute that I found out you were cheating on me with Harold.
But...
Are you so naive that you thought I would actually forgive you for this? There's no way I'm going to forgive you, and I'm not going to marry you either. I want you to pick up all the stuff that you have at my place.
But I just finished moving in! Are you kicking me out?
I am. I don't want to live under the same roof as you.
Where am I supposed to live? I gave up my old apartment already!
Why don't you stay with Harold then? I'm sure that he'd be happy to have you. I mean, I know that you enjoy being with Harold more than me. That's why you kept on making excuses for him and taking his side. I'm the unlucky one. I got cheated on, and then your stupid boyfriend punched me in the face on my wedding day.
I'm sorry if I hurt you. I didn't mean to take Harold's side.
I'm sick and tired of listening to your lies and excuses. By the way, I notified the police about Harold punching me in the face, so he's probably going to get arrested, which means you'll have to wait until he gets released.
What? You reported this to the police? Did you have to go and do that? I thought that we agreed not to make a big deal out of this.
You decided that, not me. You didn't ask me for my opinion. You didn't care about my feelings at all. What Harold did was a crime and he needs to pay for it. I'm the victim here.
Why are you trying to make Harold look like a monster?
Well, it's the truth, so deal with it. There's no point in us talking about this anymore. You're going to regret that fact that you chose a violent man over me. I already regret the fact that I wasted my time on a woman who was two-timing me. I'm so glad that I was able to cancel our wedding. I hope that you have a nice life with Harold.
This totally blows. I was about to get married to you and now I've lost everything.
I knew that something was going on the minute you called me Harold by mistake, but I had no idea that it would end up with me getting sucker punched in the face. I'm glad that I didn't end up marrying the wrong woman for me, though.
Wait! Don't leave me, Todd. I thought that you loved me. You can't just cancel our wedding and bolt. What will my parents think of me?
Who knows? They might want to cut you off, but it's not my problem. Deal with it on your own. I mean, you made the mess.
What will my friends think as well? This is so embarrassing.
Then how about you marry Harold today? You're more than welcome to use the venue. I really don't care anymore. I do expect you to pay me palimony and cover the costs of our canceled wedding, though. That's the least that you could do after everything you've put me through.
Are you being serious right now? I don't have that kind of money. Let's just get married as planned, Todd. That's the best thing to do here. I can't imagine my life without you. I'm not gonna break up with you ever.
Shut up, Melanie! You don't have a say in this! I've already made up my mind.
But...
I want nothing to do with you anymore. Now leave me alone! Go and tell your parents that our wedding's been canceled. If you don't pack up your things and move out, then I'll just throw everything out. Enjoy the rest of your life with Harold the criminal.
Melanie had to let her parents know that her marriage and wedding to Todd had been canceled. When they found out the reason why this happened, they cut Melanie off. As for Harold, he had committed other crimes in the past and was arrested. Melanie lost everything. Todd, her family, her job, and a place to live. She was forced to regret her poor choices and work hard to pay back the money that she owed to Todd. She asked Todd to take her back several times, but Todd had no intentions of doing so. He eventually cut her out of his life and moved to a different town so that she couldn't get in touch with him anymore. Todd was very wise to break up with Melanie.